Hey my loves! Today I have for you my February favorites because it is officially the end of the month and, well, almost. We have one more day. And I have an obscene amount of stuff. I will happily say that February was one of the best months of my life. And honestly, if you've been watching the vlog channel and you saw my vlog from earlier this week, I think I put it up on like Tuesday, I believe, you will know that it was also hard, but I think that overall it was just a good month, and I have a lot of like beauty and fashion favorites to show you, and I just have some things I want to talk to you guys about. I have so many beauty favorites, but I also am getting into the swing of mentioning my plus size fashion favorites and whatnot, so we're gonna start off with those. Oh my god, the husband made dinner and it smells amazing. I don't know how I conned him into it tonight. It was like one of those things where I was like, I really need to film my videos, so fend for yourself. He like made me dinner and everything. He's such a sweetheart. But I do have a few fashion favorites. My first fashion favorite is from Fashion to Figure, which is a retailer I previously knew about, but I started working with them this month, and I have so much coming for you guys in the next like month or so with them, and it's going to be freaking bomb. This little, I don't even know if I could call it a jacket. It's so lightweight. It's almost like a cardigan. Changed my life this month, and I realized how much I love gold, like actual just gold. I thought I liked rose gold better, but now I know it's not so. As you can see, this little addition to my home. Oh, do you see my lamb mug? He's so tiny and cute. I have a vanilla latte in here that I'm not drinking because I don't want to mess up my lipstick. But this was such a wonderful favorite because it is lightweight, and honestly the weather here has been so back and forth, and I'm planning on going to Dallas for BeautyCon Dallas. I'm also going to Tampa at the end of this month, so I wanted something really lightweight for the weird days here and also for the warmer weather when I go traveling, and this is just such a great piece for that. I really, really love it, and it's so well made, and it's beautiful, and I have it in a 1X if you're curious. It fits like a dream, and I love it so much. My second favorite, I know you guys have seen in a few Instagram posts and whatnot, and I got a new pair of these because I wore right through my old pair, which is strange because I don't think I show them in videos very often, but they are these black high-waisted jeans from Forever 21. I have these in a size 16 because that's what fits best. And I have them in the short inseam, and it's kind of weird because if I get, oh my god, they're so linty. If I get them in the long inseam, it's like they're just a hair, like the tiniest, babyest hair too long, and they drive me crazy. But if I get them in the short inseam and I don't wear booties with them, a little bit of ankle is showing. So it's kind of like, I don't know what to do at this point, but I do have them in short because I'm like 5'4", 5'5"-ish, and I really, really like them. That's the point of this favorites video, is telling you what I like. They feel really well made, they're nice, they're stretchy, they feel good. Yeah, I really, really like them, and those are kind of my fashion favorites, but I do have one I've been using a lot this month, and it's an app for, well, it's not just for fashion, it's for a little bit of everything, but I like to use it a lot for fashion favorites. One of the main reasons I wanted to mention it to you guys is it's now available on the Android App Store as well, whereas previously you could only get it on the iOS App Store, and it is called Snups, and what it is almost like an organizing app, which my little brain needs so desperately all the time, and it's just easy to keep things organized in terms of fashion, in terms of beauty, other things in your life that you want to sort of keep track of what you own or maybe what you want. That's why it's sort of cool, is it's all inclusive, but you get to pick the photos. I feel like with a lot of things, like you can definitely make like a wish list or something, but you're picking from photos the website already has, or you're picking from a limited selection. For this, you're picking from your own photos or photos that you find that you want to use to shelf or organize the product. Say you really, for example, me, you like my top a lot and I post a selfie on Instagram, you know, looking super cute, and you guys want to get this top and you know it's from Wet Seal, then you can take my photo if you wanted to and go and use it to organize out your wish list. Or you can also organize, and what I've been using it for is organizing outfits for specific trips for me. But like if you guys wanted to organize like favorite outfits for spring or winter or whatever, I think it's a really cool way to do that too. I'm gonna get a little bit closer so you guys can kind of see how it works and what I'm saying. Okay, so currently these are my unshelved things, and these are all items that I want to add to my list of outfits for Tampa. And then all I did was add these items to a new shelf, which I called Outfits for Tampa. And then I can hold them and drag them around if I wanted them on a different shelf. It's really easy to do that, but I want them all in here. You can see I've got like a swimsuit, that's from an upcoming haul, by the way. And then just two other outfits I really like. So, but if you look, I mean, people have shelves for everything. Sorry, I thought I wasn't at the top, but you've got like watches and fashion and beauty. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Someone made a list for hauls. That's really cool. It's an easy way to obviously organize things in your life that you're a big fan of. So you guys can follow me. My username is LoeyLane. And I think it's just kind of an easy way for me to keep track of outfits, but I think it could be really cool for you guys too. Like if you want to keep track of school outfits and also weekend outfits and that kind of thing. So check it out using the link down below. Whether you have an iOS or Android device, you can download it now. So it's really cool and I highly encourage you guys to give it a look-see. And now I have some beauty favorites to show you guys. Alright, this is going to be a long freaking favorites video, I already know. I have so many beauty favorites and I don't even know where to start. Actually, let's start off with this. This seems like, in order of application, the first thing that would go on. It's this Lorac Self Tantalizer Body Bronzing Gradual Self Tanner. And I will not like sit here and lie to you and say this is the best freaking fake tan I've ever used, but it is really nice in terms of like a makeup, like a body makeup that also fake tans. So I was earlier in the week filming a ton for this upcoming lookbook I have, and it's this whole event and I needed to be really tan for it. And then also I needed to be tan because I did a massive Forever 21 try-on haul that'll be going up probably next week or the week after. And I just wanted to be tan. I'm having some issues right now with eczema. And it sounds really like gross, but I've just had really red blotchy skin and I really just wanted something to cover it. And I knew I had bought this like 6 months ago and I'd never used it. It's just really nice. I will say that I wish it was easier to apply, and the mitt that they give you for this soaks up so much product, but I do really like it. This is sort of weird for me, but I have 2 foundation favorites to show you, and there's a reason for this. I ran out of my Lancome Taunt or Tintadol Ultra, which is my holy grail, and I have repurchased it. I finally caved. It is one of my favorite foundations, but it's kind of like being out of it has forced me to try out some things that I bought and never used. The first thing, and it's only been used for about a week by me, but I cannot begin to express my love for this product, and I'm going to have kind of a video of new foundations that I have and like demos and stuff. It's a work in progress. It's taken a while. Because it's going to be a big video. But this is the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy Plus Fresh version. I am wearing it today, and the color that I am wearing is the shade 120 Classic Ivory, and I want to touch on that in a second. There's nothing like the consistency, the finish, everything of this product. I have never, ever found anything like this before. I like a good dewy foundation, I really do, but something about this makes it not so dewy that it's like, my face is like sticky throughout the day and I don't look dewy, I look oily. This is perfect. It has the most natural looking finish and it looks so good on the skin. I don't even have to use, I have not used concealer on the side of my face today in any way, shape, or form. I had to pack a little bit extra foundation because I have a breakout up here and I have a big breakout on my chin, and you can't see anything. This is the most wonderful product in the entire universe. I cannot sing its praises enough. It wears like just so well, and it's one of those things where suddenly I'm really excited to put on makeup again because it's like I get to put on this foundation and I love how it looks and I love how it makes me feel. So lately it's been this, a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of mascara, and I'm done. If you watch my second channel, you know that's what I wear a lot when I've been playing like video games and stuff, because it's literally a 10-second makeup routine that makes me look so much better than I do when I'm just rolling out of bed with like Shrek face. Maybe Fiona face if, you know, I look particularly good one morning. The shade range of this is a little bit confusing, and I want to talk to you guys about the coloring system. I bought a lighter shade of this, and it is the lightest shade that they have because this is too dark for me in this skin tone. I did blend a ton with this. I did drag bronzer down my neck, and so I don't think it looks like it doesn't match. Maybe a tiny bit be nice, but it is way too dark just straight out of the tube, and so I was like, man, I'm usually just one step above the lightest, you know, color, and I'm always yellow version. And I noticed it does not align with the normal Fit Me range, so just be really careful and try to figure out your drugstore's return policies, because you may not get the color that works best for you. It is really inexpensive though, so. And then the other one is also because I was tanning. Tarte Maracuja Miracle Found Sealer. I like this for days, God, for the same reason as the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy Plus Fresh. Just because I don't like to put on a lot of product anymore. I really like the way that I look now, says the girl with fake eyelashes and so much eyeliner on that I look like a panda, but I just like the way that I look without much makeup most of the time now, and I don't think I need that much anymore. Maybe I never did, but like I don't know, I just like the way that I look with minimal makeup. So it's a good product because I like the finish of it. It's really natural. I like the coverage that it gives, and I like the color a lot for when I'm tanning. This is a light one, and it's way too dark for me when I'm like this color. Those are my foundation favorites, and I'm gonna pick this up because I feel like I'm dragging. The next favorite that I have, I got midway through the month, and it is the Too Faced Candlelight Softly Illuminating Translucent Powder. I will say that this is not my favorite highlighter ever because it is quite glittery, but I do really like it, and there's something about it that just illuminates the skin. Yes, it is shimmery and it is glittery, but there's something about it when you're not wearing much makeup aside from it that just really makes your skin look good. Speaking of that, you guys saw this if you watched my recent GlamBot haul. I'll actually link that down below. It was kind of like, GlamBot is like a blog sale on crack. You can get products that have been discontinued for a hot freaking minute for so cheap. So I also really liked this that I picked up, and this is the Too Faced, what are you even called? Be Merry palette. It came with a sister palette that I have somewhere over there, but the reason I liked this was for these two products, and I'm thinking about depotting these because while I do really like these eyeshadows, I'm obsessed with Peachy Keen blush. I need this in my life. This is so beautiful. The blush is so gorgeous. Something about it just makes the skin look amazing. I'm wearing ColourPop blush today because I'm testing them out for a review. But the blush and the bronzer in there, and the bronzer isn't spiced, so it's not a permanent bronzer. I did use it to contour today, but they're just really pretty, and I feel like I probably own a lot of products like this. In all honesty, it looks like that little e.l.f. duo of blush and bronzer in St. Lucia, but I just really like them, and something about them gives my skin life and just luminosity, and I like it. I'm into it. For brows, I've been doing a lighter brow lately. My brows look a little bit dark today because I was using something new. I gotta recross my legs. But most days I just use the Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara in Soft Brown. Now, I hauled this ages ago and I was like, you guys, I'll do a review on it, and I never did. I filmed it like 4 or 5 times, and every single time I didn't like the way that it turned out for some reason. So it's just like, it's a cursed video, but I wanted to like update you guys on it and tell you how I like it. I don't like it when I'm using other brow products because I feel like it just makes my brows look a bit extreme, but I do like it when I have like nothing else on because it gives a little bit of color. And I've noticed with the wand being the way that it is, it's a little ball on this side, and then I don't really know what the point of this side is with the just straight mascara wand. It doesn't really serve a purpose, but if I like press it down into the skin on the inner corners of the brows where I'm really sparse, if I like wiggle it back and forth, it almost makes it look like there are hairs there. So it's really cool. I really have started to like this product, and it might be a holy grail brow product for me. So I have it again in the color Soft Brown. Not wearing it today, but I do really love it. Hold on, latte break. So hard being me. For eyeshadow favorites, the first one I want to talk about was sent to me by the company Borghese. I feel so sad that I have talked about them in detail so many times, and every single time I never know if I'm actually saying the name right. But Borghese, we're gonna go with that. They sent me the most generous package, and they do things like that so unexpectedly, and it's so kind. But they sent this really pretty neutral eyeshadow palette I've been using all month. And if you're looking at this and you're like, that looks really familiar, it's a dead ringer for the Naked One palette. Maybe that's why I like it so much, but I've been using a lot this color, which is called Pulse. I also really like the shade, you can probably tell, Impact. This shade, Ascend, is nice for the crease. I need to stop pointing at multiple colors when I'm talking about them. I also like the shade Out There, which I feel like you can't even tell that I've used it, but it's a really pretty taupe, and the pigmentation on these and just the color payoff and whatnot, I feel like this is a really underrated brand because I didn't personally know, look at that, I didn't really know about them before they started sending PR products, but now that I do, I just really like them. I didn't add any more product to that, by the way. This is just how much it's blending out. Like, look at that. And the color almost changes the more that you work with it. I cannot sing that brand's praises enough. Do I think you need this if you already have Naked One? Maybe if you're a neutral lover. I will say there are a few differences, and I don't want to go into comparing or anything. I can do a full look with this if you guys want. This is not as glittery as Sidecar, the taupe, and Naked One, and I do like it a lot better. Toasted is one of my favorite shades from Naked One, but I almost like this shade better because it's a little bit rosier, and just the way that it blends is so pretty. What else? I really like the shade Afterglow a lot more than the glittery champagne, I don't remember what the heck it's called, in Naked One, but you know, it's up to you whether or not you think you need both. I need both because I'm crazy, but I think I almost like this one better. It's my baby now. That being said, I'll never betray Naked One, and it probably will always come out on top just because I have used it for so long and I know how to use it. But honestly, that one's just so good. The other favorite I have is the Jaclyn Favorites palette, and I can't recall if this was in January. I don't feel like it was in January's monthly favorites. I know this is coming back in stock soon, and I am doing some tutorials coming up with it, though it probably looks like I have it on the eyes today. I actually used the Monarch palette from Kat Von D for the first time today, but I really love this palette. Some of my favorite shades include this bad boy right here, and this is just a pretty terracotta brown. I also really like this one, which is almost the same, but it's different enough that I can use them both in a look. Right. I also like this really pretty peach color. This has been one of my favorite colors in conjunction with the other two matte warm browns. This is probably my favorite color in the whole palette though. This is the coolest color ever. It's a reddish brown that definitely looks like a neutral once it's blended out, but something about it, oh god, look at the like pigmentation on this. Look at it, it's so beautiful. I just really love the palette in general, and again, I'm going to be doing I'm kind of thinking about doing a whole week full of tutorials with this palette once it comes back into stock, because I know a lot of you have it, a lot of you have asked for tutorials. I wore one a lot in earlier this month, and so many of you wanted me to recreate it, so I totally will coming up. Love this palette though. If it comes back in stock, get it. We're to the tail end of beauty, guys. Thanks for staying with me. I feel like this is probably the longest favorites video ever. Let's talk about eyes. I have this eyelash curler from Tarte that I started using. You can still get this. It is called the Bee Charmed Eyelash Curler. I never knew the difference between a high-end and a drugstore eyelash curler until I got this. This curls my eyelashes and keeps them curled. The way that it's shaped and just everything about it is so simple and easy to use, and yes, it is worth the $20. I never thought I'd say that before, but it's totally changed how mascara goes on, and it may sound crazy, but I feel like my eyelashes are nicer, and maybe it's because that cheaper one was like damaging them. I don't know if that's like actually a thing or if it's valid, but I really love the crap out of this. Oh god, I will never abandon you. I'll never go back. Speaking of Tarte, I recently started using again Tarte's Gifted Mascara. I'm like out of breath even talking about this because I need to say something to you guys. Tarte's Gifted Mascara and it's been like a really painful last couple of months with mascara, I feel like. Honestly, no one wanted to commit to me and I didn't want to commit to them. I feel like I really trusted them not to smudge, and they were running around on me. They wanted to get all over my face, but they didn't want to stay loyal to my eyelashes, and it was just this whole thing, and I'm done with them because this is the best freaking mascara, and it looks so simple in the tube. It looks just like a traditional mascara wand, but there's something about it. And yes, I'm wearing falsies, but I've been having issues with mascara smudging down here lately, and this one doesn't do that, even though it's not even waterproof. So it's just a really good mascara. It is a drier formula. If you like drier formulas, you will like this. Gives you a lot of volume, a lot of length, makes the lashes not look too spidery or clumpy, but you can get a pretty dramatic lash out of it if you want to. In terms of lip products, I have two favorites. The first being this Ulta lip liner in the color Bear, and the reason I started using this is because it was in my collection. I had not used it, and because I ran out of my Too Faced lip liner. What was it called? Perfect Nude lip liner. I had like the tiniest nub left, and I'm saving it for a special occasion. But this is the lip liner. It's not the same as Too Faced Perfect Nude, but it does cancel out the color and the pigmentation of my lips enough that I feel like I can put a color on top of it, and it's not altered by the fact that my lips are really pigmented and red. So I really like it for that purpose. It's okay. It's an inexpensive liner. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's the best. I really miss my Too Faced Perfect Nude, but $17, that's too much money. And then over the top a lot, I've been using just my Naked Urban Decay lip gloss in the color Sesso. This is not a color you can currently get outside of the Naked On The Run palette. And it is a really pretty nude that's kind of like a bricky Kylie Jenner color. Really pretty, really gorgeous, just feels nice and hydrating on the lips, and I'm not wearing it today, go figure. But those are my beauty favorites of the month. Ignore my pitiful swatched up hand. I don't have an actual makeup wipe in here right now. But I do have some miscellaneous favorites to talk to you guys about. My first favorite is the Sia performance at the Grammys with Kristen Wiig and what is her last name? Maddie something. I know she's from Dance Moms. I know some of you are like major fangirls and you're probably like, why doesn't she know that? I don't watch it. I don't watch TV for the most part. I watch Parks and Rec. Oh my god, I could cry right now. Parks and Rec, it's over. But other than that, and like a few animes I'm watching right now, which I just kind of watch whenever I can, I don't watch TV. I don't watch the award shows. I don't really care for them. But I heard so much about this performance with Sia, and I really didn't know a lot about her before this. I thought that Chandelier was catchy, but it was overplayed on the radio, and no, I didn't like it particularly much. But I love Kristen Wiig, I love Amy Poehler, and I love Tina Fey. They are my holy trinity. So when I saw she was in the performance, I was like, are they like making fun of Sia? And I checked it out, and I was so shocked at number one, how moving the whole performance was, because I like cried watching it, legit. It was so beautiful, it was so moving, and I was shocked to see Kristen Wiig not doing something funny, because I know her as a comedian. So it was amazing. I love her so stupidly much, and that performance just really moved me. As far as music favorites, it's gonna sound weird. I have been taking it back. I showed you guys on my vlog channel. I'm actually pulling up the album right now on Spotify. I showed you guys what I've been playing on Spotify, and a lot of you were like, holy crap, I love them. But The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance, for some reason, has been my album of the month, and I don't know why. Suddenly it's like, I want to listen to old school. I don't like their new music at all. Anything past The Black Parade, I'm not a fan of, at all. But I really loved this album. It was basically the entirety of like my 8th grade life. So it's kind of weird to be listening to it so much now, but I really do love the album. My favorite song is House of Wolves, and I also really like Disenchanted. The other favorite I wanted to talk about is another app, and no, they have no clue who I am, by the way. This app is not sponsoring me in any way, shape, or form, but it's called Shopkick, and a lot of you asked how to use it. I posted about it earlier in the week on Instagram because I kind of pulled it out when I was doing errands and stuff, and like checking in on the app whenever I went into stores that you could get kicks for. Kicks are like points that you can then use to redeem for things like gift cards and whatnot. So I got my Starbucks for free, and I was like, I'll share this with them because I think it's really freaking cool. And I know a lot of you signed up, but you had questions. So here's how you use it. I was about to show you, and then I realized you could see my like exact distance from all of these places. So I'm not going to do that, sadly, I'm sorry. But if I walked into Target right now, I could get 30 kicks, and then that's 30 kicks towards my total of like 2,500 kicks, which will get me a free gift card towards Starbucks. And I found it was just so easy to accumulate them. So I'll have a link to download it down below because I have a special offer where you get 50 kicks when you sign up through me. It is an affiliate thing, and I do get kicks for you signing up. But if you want to use my link and if you want to get a little bonus, that's up to you. My final favorite is the chocolate, almond, and sea salt Kashi bar. And I believe I've talked about these previously. This is my favorite dessert ever. Only have 140 calories, not a lot of fat, not a lot of added sugar, 16% of your daily fiber, and 9%, 6 grams of your daily protein. So it's really not a bad thing to treat yourself with, and I have it maybe once or twice a week in place of a dessert, or in place of like candy or something. Or if I just really need my chocolate fix. I really like these, and they're so good. They're the perfect amount of salty and sweet to where they kill any and every craving. So that's it for my monthly favorites. I know I am so chatty right now, and I'm sorry if this video took like a decade to watch. But if you guys enjoyed, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already. Let me know how you're liking the new background-ish. I really like all these. These are my knickknacks, and I want to know how you like it kind of filmed right here and whatnot. But other than that, have an amazing day, and I will see you love bugs in the next video. Bye!